Hey guys, so welcome back to Indirect Knowledge. I'm Chandra, your favorite monk, and well, I'm the only monk in front of you right now, probably. I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe my ego is getting the better of me today. Do monks have egos? Maybe so. Guys, I'm just giving a little monk humor here. We don't take things all that seriously as some people think we do. Some of us take things rather not so seriously. No, I'm just teasing. So life is about helping others, and that's really what our mission is all about. Today we have a really cool tarot card reading. I say cool because it's actually it's very interesting. I've never had this question ever asked. So that's why I think it's pretty cool. This question comes from Diana, and Diana wants to know, really, and I'm kind of having to read behind the lines because of the way this thing is a little worded. It's a little ambiguous, but wants to know what kind of, well, let me just say what the question is, and you guys can, get from it what you like. It says, hi, I would like to know what kind of image will I have upon society once I am known as a writer? So we have some presuppositions in there, which are that Diana will be known as a writer. And then as far as the image goes, is it what will people think of her, or what will she think of others, once she, gets in the limelight, finds this new life, and really starts experiencing life in a different way? Like, how will she change? So in my mind, the way that I like to look at things is sort of like a very holistic perspective to see what the whole situation's like, not just how she's going to change, but also how others in her life will perceive her, how others, just in general will perceive her, and how fame and stuff will change her, and so on and so forth. So let's learn and see. I'm going to go ahead and cut the cards. And we'll just go ahead. I'm just going to go ahead and put these out. Well, this is not a boring tarot card reading. Let me tell you guys that. Let's dive right in. So in the past, we had the fear, which comes from the nightmare, which is the bad thoughts, the bad ideas, negativity, critical thinking, fear, hesitation, all of these kind of things that, if you think about it, they just really hold you back. It's waking up with this, this idea that what we hope to achieve, like what we want, is just maybe not going to happen. And that was the past. So that's where we were at. So maybe at one point the fear, maybe there is the thinking that we weren't going to succeed as a writer. Maybe that was there. Could be other things too. But that's the natural thing that first comes to my mind. The next card that we have is the present moment. Death card. So what does this really mean? Death? Well, death is about transformation. It's about the end of something so that something else can come about. And that's normally what happens. When something leaves our life, something else enters our life. And that's what death is really all about. Death of this. In this particular reading, because of the position that this card is in, it's the death of the nightmare, it's the death of the fear, it's the death of the disbelief. Those things get left behind. That's where you're at now. So now there's an inner surety, there's an inner knowing, and you know that it is providence or faith or whatever you want to call it that is putting you down this path, and you will not fail. That's where we're at right now. Where's the future at with all of this? Well, I'm calibrated to about 3 months out. And depending on the energy and the card that comes up in this particular placement, determines a lot of where that time shifts. It could be further out in the future, or it could be closer in, closer to the present. And the card that we have in this particular thing is this Knight of Swords. Now the Knights are all about action, moving swiftly forward. Then there's also the other component here, which is a sword. The sword is really all about the mind, mental things, like moving our mind forward. This is about personal development. We've done that. Now we're ready to move our life forward and to really step into this new role. That's what's happening here. It's months out. It's not very far at all. I'm seeing about 2 months out, but it could be 2.5 months, 2 3/4 month, somewhere in that ballpark, just kind of getting this thing up and going. It could be a little bit later, even into the 3rd month or something, but not too much further past that, I don't feel. The energy that surrounds that death card is the Ace of Swords. Now, this tells exactly the story of what I was just trying to explain as far as getting. When one thing leaves your life, something else enters your life. And that's what this card is telling us, that something new is coming. There's new ideas, new thoughts. You see the crown, that signifies royalty or stepping into a higher status role or a higher position. The proverbial hand. It's reminding us of our thoughts, where we've come from, how we're progressing. The ace is really all about new beginnings, and that's what this is all about. That's what's happening surrounding this death card, is new beginning. Let us go forward further as far as winning and everything goes, and specifically like where your attitude or your mindset is with everything going on right now. Where you're at as far as your thinking is right here. This is a 5 of Swords. Swords are again about mental, winning the mental battle, superseding others. Now, the only downside to this particular card, it's not a horrible card because it does signify winning. It's that sometimes when we win, what we lose is far more valuable than what we gain. So we have to be very careful with when this card comes up, especially given the type of question that we're asking here. The question that we're asking is, how will we perceive things? How will things be perceived? This is a warning just basically to not let your mind start to propel you to think that you're better than others or that you're any more than the person that you already are. You see, here's the thing. This is a kind of an ego card. You have to be careful. Like if you achieve a level of fame, notoriety, you get your message out there, it does signify that you will be successful. But successful at what cost? That's really where this comes into play at. But 5's all about change too. So we have the 5 right here in numerology. So the thing I want to really emphasize or stress, because this card is coming up and in the position that it's coming up at, it's sort of this, like, it's very natural when we're winning to think that to let pride enter into the picture, to become very prideful, and also to start thinking that we're more important than we are, all these kind of things. So humility kind of goes out the window sometimes with this card. That's something to avoid. If you maintain a level of humility, don't forget who you are, you're going to be fine. But this is really the card that you want to pay attention to. But it's not anywhere near where we're going at now. So now let's talk about the outcome. This is a really good card. The 6 of Cups. This is the card of nostalgia. Okay? Young boy giving the young girl a peace offering, a flower. Cups are about relationships. In this particular instance, it's about innocent relationships. So it's a sense of innocence. And that's really where things will come into play. Others will perceive you innocently. You will perceive yourself innocently. It will be innocent times for you, and very nostalgic times. It will remind you of times in the past, other times in your life. Once this book gets out there, others start reading it, things take off for you. it's really a sense of just really connecting with yourself from the past, like really getting a sense of like a completion, and really feeling a sense of like all the world is right. And just really feeling innocent about the whole thing, maybe even a little naive on some level, like not knowing really what to expect. And so it doesn't matter really what's said, it's more about just understanding that no matter what's said or what you think things will be like, nothing will exactly match what it will actually be like. And that's really where this card comes into play at. This is the outcome card, but how do we get here? How do we project ourselves in this kind of a way where, things are great, and very innocent and humbling, quite different than the card that came before, that we're to just kind of be mindful of. The first one was 5. This one is a 6. The answer is actually another 6. And instead of the 6 of Cups, it's a 6 of Pentacles. This is a charity card. It's about giving and taking. It's about giving and receiving. Notice that the people in this card are both happy. Everyone's very happy. The person giving is happy. They're giving with a glad heart. And the people receiving are happy to be taken care of, that someone is looking out for their interest. And that's really where things will be at for you. I mean, I don't think it's any more telling, or really even that surprising, to be honest with you, given what will happen. You'll be very successful. You'll have money, abundance. You'll have positive, innocent, good relationships with people in your life. You won't see the full scope of everything right away, as far as like what your new life will entail. But this card, the key to having, a good life, a glad life with this fame and everything moving forward, is charity, is helping others, so that they can reach gains also. And, just being happy with giving. And I feel that in your spirit. I sense that about you, that, that things will be really good and really happy for you moving forward. It's a really great card. And, truthfully, even though this sort of is the end of the tarot spread, it's not really the end of the story here. See, we're at the 6. We're at the 6. Well, there's usually 10 cards in the tarot, not counting the court cards. And so that journey that we are on is 6. So it's a little past the halfway point when we get to the 6. But fortunately for you, you achieve success early on. Then you start giving. And so then the real question I would want to know probably would be like, what happens after success? Once things settle down and my new life becomes my new life, where will things go, progressively forward after that? That would be a good question to answer. And just kind of like quickly here, just kind of putting it forward, I see a lot of positive things happening, but I see your life even going beyond writing at some point. So maybe when you get to that place, it would be time for maybe another tarot reading or something like that. And we're happy, of course, to do that for you. But anytime that you're ready. But guys, that's pretty much it. So I really get a strong sense that things are going to be really good for you, that people will respect you, love you, and think highly of you, in that you're a very humble, kind person, and that won't leave you. And that the only thing to be careful of is to make sure that it doesn't leave you. And don't forget your roots. And that's what that nostalgia card is really all about. It's telling us, don't forget where you come from. And so long as you are giving to others and people that are in your situation or have been in your situation before, giving back to them, helping and influencing them, you won't forget that side of yourself. And that's something that you'll be able to carry on and connect with and really love and honor about yourself. So yeah, it's a really great reading, and I hope it helps. If you need anything as your tarot coach, please reach out to me. I'm always here for you. Guys, gals, everyone watching, I'm a monk here, and we live off of donations. It really helps us to be able to carry and spread love for God to others and to share this message of God with others. Regardless of your spiritual or religious beliefs and that, if you want to help us help other people, just in the general sense of helping, we do cooking, we help people in so many different variety of ways. Even this way here that I'm doing right now, you can give. There's nothing wrong with that. You can give. You just simply go to helpbydonating.com and you can give a donation. It doesn't matter what the dollar amount is, as long as it's from your heart, as long as you're able to give and willing, that's all that matters. And you will be richly blessed for doing so. Also, what else was I going to say? Yeah. So guys, if you like this video, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so that you get notifications on your smartphone, your tablet, your computer, whatever you happen to be watching this from, so that you can know when we're coming online. And if you have questions or anything like that, if you'd like to get a tarot card reading or whatever, whether you can afford it or not, I'm pretty generous when it comes to giving tarot card readings. This is my service. This is what I do. So please reach out to me. I'll have my email address in the description below this video, as well as that website address for if you want to give a donation. Just go to helpbydonating.com. You can give the donation there. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Indirect Knowledge. Guys, please stay tuned for more tarot card readings here really shortly. Thanks so much. Many blessings.